Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of 3 Geeks Flix. Joining me as always is the delightfully but yet probably not very surprised at this time man himself, the muse Justin Kyle. Say hello everyone, Justin.
Hello everyone.
Yes, and of course I am the Tech Mitchell Wright. We're back and we've got a geek feed here for you, and I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but hey, Warner Brothers and DC are doing, it's in the early stages, a Joker origin story. Now, people can go one way or the other on this, and that's kind of one of the things that we'll probably talk about, and there's some other news that came along in it that we'll speak of. So before I get further involved in it, and as I always do, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
Well, just speaking on that news right there, if that's the headline that we're going with, it's a little weird just because I feel like they shouldn't really put emphasis. There are other characters I think that should have gotten priority over this. That's my first reaction, my first initial reaction. I mean, you still have, and keep in mind, that could be an ignorant thought because we haven't seen Justice League yet, right?
True, true.
So you know who I'm thinking about, obviously Lantern, things of that nature, Martian Manhunter. But knowing Suicide Squad, and especially knowing Jared Leto's reaction to this, this is also kind of not surprising. He wasn't, as I'm sure you know, he wasn't very pleased with how much work he put into it, which led to how little screen time he actually had.
Correct.
I mean, he was blatantly obvious in calling out Warner Brothers in interviews leading up to the movie.
Yes.
So, and, you know, he's an Oscar-winning actor. Obviously, he has some power. He's also a rock star. He's very talented.
Hey, very.
He did a great job with Joker. He really did. He put in the work, regardless of what you think of the aesthetics of Joker, the tattoos and all that good stuff. He did a pretty good job. He was at some parts just as menacing as Ledger's Joker, in my opinion. I would definitely want to throw down with Ledger over him in like a fist fight or something. That's for sure. Because it's not surprising that they did that considering everything.
Yeah. One of the limelights to that though is that it is said that Leto will get to reprise his role in Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yes.
That's good.
That's good.
This is good news. It's all good news.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, my first initial reaction is good. I think he deserved it. From the you know my problems with Suicide Squad. I've talked to you about him at length.
Well, give the Oscar winner actor a chance to really show his chops and screen time in it. You know.
Yeah, that's not really a big risk on Warner Brothers' parts. Hey. Do you think this Oscar-winning actor can hold his own movie? Yeah, let's give him a shot. But yeah, I mean, aside from my criticisms of Suicide Squad, he was not one of them,
right? Really
at all. I didn't really have a problem with him,
right?
So yeah, I'm down. I'm down for this.
Yeah. All right. Some information on it. It said that The Hangover's Todd Phillips will co-write the script with 8 Mile's Scott Silver. Says Phillips will direct the movie, and it will be produced by none other than Mr. Martin Scorsese. So there's some clout behind it. There's some clout behind it, folks.
Yeah, that right now is probably the thing that I'm most excited about. Because they had to have either pitched Scorsese a really awesome idea, or they're giving him a lot of freedom to do his own thing.
Yep.
And it's Scorsese. So besides Spielberg, he's probably the most legendary American director of all time. Almost undebatably. So, with his background. And I can only imagine how Leto's thinking of this. I mean, think about that for a second. Look at his look at his filmography. Scorsese. Oh, you're going to apply that to a gangster Batman arch nemesis?
Well, they went on to say it. The site was Deadline, I believe, that came out with this information. Claims that the intention is to make a gritty and grounded, hard-boiled crime film in the early '80s of Gotham City that isn't meant to feel like a DC movie as much as one of Scorsese's films from that era, like Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, or The King of Comedy. So it's a DC movie. It's a Joker origin story movie, but it's made to feel more like a crime movie, and it's not going to be your normal cookie-cutter thing because these are villains. These are focusing on villains. This is supposed to make us understand and see why he went down the path he has, and he's become what he's become. So I like that in that fact. I think that is a smart move. I love it that yet it's a comic book movie, but it doesn't have all the comic superhero-ness to it.
Right.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know if we'll see the bats in it or who will even be the bats. So I'm thinking that Bruce Wayne will still be a child at this time.
Right. And I'm glad you kind of threw light on the fact it's going to be the time period taking place and compared it to his classics, Taxi Driver. Now, if you look at something like that, or Raging Bull, or a lot of them around that time period, he had a way of getting his leads to completely dedicate themselves and transform.
Yep.
And if you look at, regardless of, again, Suicide Squad, Leto, in my opinion, is not the problem. I admire the depths he tried to go to with it. So if you apply that with Scorsese producing, not to mention, what Scorsese tends to do with actors that are dedicated.
Right. And none of the actors were the problem in Suicide Squad. It was the story.
I can't blame any actors for Suicide Squad.
No, not even the brief moments that we saw Adam Beach as Slipknot. I mean, that was about as pointless a freaking character as you could get. I mean, you might as well have thrown like Captain Kangaroo or the Cat in the Hat in there with him for all I'm concerned.
Right. Yeah, again, I mean, the acting wasn't the problem. Like you said, it was the story, and I think just as much the tone and presentation.
Yeah, and the special effects were awful.
At some parts, I liked them, though. There were some parts that I was like, ooh, that's cool. That's a little thing. Like whenever, not to go crazy, but when the Enchantress's hand comes up and then it flips over.
That was fine. Yeah. But her brother?
Well,
that was poor CG.
It was
folks.
a big bag of special
I feel like
effects.
I've got back to the 90s. Made me want to put like Independence Day on.
Scorpion King, the classic.
Scorpion King all day long, yeah.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Not that bad.
No, not quite that bad, but anyways.
Anything else to add on this, sir?
I'm going to, and I'm sure this kind of goes without saying, the number one thing that I'm curious about is who they're going to get to direct it.
Okay. Well, they said that who is going to direct it, I believe. I think I said it earlier. I'm double checking myself. Yeah. No, they didn't. Actually, corrected. They did not. They've just said the writers and the producers. So.
Right.
No,
right.
We're still in the dark. We're still in the dark. My apologies.
Whenever we find out who the director is, that's going to be the number one thing that I'm going to be like, okay, make, I guess, Geek to Reek, if you will. And then after that, just little nuggets. So, as the set pictures come out, as more details come out, and just like always, I'm not worried about the trailer being amazing. I don't think DC has ever made a bad trailer, ever.
They've just never made an absolutely amazing trailer that's held up during a movie. It hasn't transferred over from the trailer to the movie.
Man of Steel is...
Now, I will give you Man of Steel.
Yeah.
But Man of Steel, do you consider Man of Steel a 10, though? Because that trailer was a 10.
The movie itself, no.
Okay,
no,
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
The trailers always stand stronger than the movies.
Now, let me ask you this.
Other than in Justice League so far.
Right. What would you be thinking? Are you glad Scorsese's not directing this? Because he's not. I mean, even look. I mean, he's not that much older. It's only like 12 years old. I say 12 years. That's a long time for you and I. But Scorsese did The Departed in 2005, and that was really gritty, really amazing. That had the seeds, which I feel like they're going to kind of be going after with this.
I think Scorsese wants to influence this,
Yeah.
but I believe that he would rather have somebody maybe that's a tad bit younger. Maybe it would be smart to have someone that's a little versed in the lore
Right.
and respect to the origins into the comics. I think that would be a smart move.
So, do you have any directors in mind that you would really like to see direct this?
You know, I'm not really set and thought about it. You know, whether they would be able to poach anybody from some of the Marvel stuff, I don't know. I mean, they already poached Whedon. I don't necessarily think Whedon's going to do this because he's already doing the Batgirl movie, or he was going to.
Yep.
So I don't know that they would necessarily tap him. But I think if you're going to make it a crime, an 80s movie, you may look at somebody that can marry that with what they've got going on as far as it being a comic movie. Unless you're wanting to just go true grit, real hard-boiled criminal, crime scene in the Gotham 80s like they say, you may want to look at somebody that's got some clout. I don't know. I mean, it depends how much money they want to spend on this and how much do they really want this to succeed, because this is the Joker. Don't screw this up.
Right.
I could rant, but I'm not going to right now, but I could rant.
I know you could. Yeah, I'm sure you could. It'd be awesome, rant. You're right. This is the one that if, let's say, for instance, just hypothetically, they nail this. Let's say they come out and it's like a solid 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
The character story of it, the character study of it. Could this make up for Suicide Squad? I'd say it would be worth it. Yeah, I'd be...
It's worth it, but could it make up for it and ever change to the fact that we saw it and they released it? No.
Well, I have 2 directors in mind. Number 1 is Nicholas Winding Refn. He's the guy that did Drive.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that did the original Bronson with Tom Hardy.
Ah.
He's very good at character studies. And then Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, he's doing now. He's working with Leto in the new
Blade Runner 2049.
That's correct. So he also, those are both character studies, right?
Yes.
Those are both. I mean, he's got the eye. If you've seen the trailer for 2049, if you've seen Arrival. If you've seen Prisoners, and he does drama, he's one of the best directors working today when it comes to character studies and dramas, in my opinion. Obviously, Winding Refn, he has his own strengths as well.
Yes.
Something like that, or even the director that directed Nightcrawler with the Jake Gyllenhaal. Now that would be interesting. Imagine that guy.
That's got the grit right there.
Right, that's Gilroy. I don't know if it's Tony Gilroy. I want to say it's like his nephew or something, but it is a Gilroy. And when I first heard this, I immediately thought something like that would be cool. Imagine that style, that psychotic, that tone, mixed with the Joker, Jared Leto's Joker. That could be epic. Because he was crazy. He worked his way up the ladder in Nightcrawler. He had insane moments. It could be awesome, man.
Could be.
That's the thing.
It could be. It could be.
That's the thing.
It could be. So are you excited about the news or not?
I'm more excited, yes.
Okay.
This is good news to me. This is good news. This is very, very good news to me.
I'm optimistic, but I'm cautious.
Right.
I'm just honestly what it is. I'm optimistically cautious. I like the idea of it, but don't screw it up, or you will get, or I will rant.
Right.
So, anyways, check us out on Facebook, 3 Geeks Flix. Give us a like, comment, holler, troll us. You don't do Facebook, we got Twitter. It's at the number 3 Geeks Flix. Flix is, of course, spelled F-L-I-X. Give us a follow there. Give us a holler there. Troll there. Get involved. You are the third geek, so hey, get on YouTube. Give us a like. Comment. Subscribe. Tell somebody about it. Tell your grandma about it. Tell your friend about it. Tell the person you don't like next door because you want us to waste moments of their life about it. We'd love to do it. Just get the word out. Let us know you're out there. We'd love to build a relationship, get to know you all, have a street team, really have people come with us from the bottom to the top. And no, I am not quoting a Drake song. Don't get me started on that. What?
Yeah, that was good. I don't know what to say to that.
You're killing me.
Sorry.
I look for you in moments of cleverness, and you're killing me.
Well, I will say, whenever you said we'll waste our time, not only waste our time, we will do it brilliantly. So, there, right?
There was the bit of brilliance I was looking for.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all sticking around, and stay tuned to the glow of those monitors, because we're going to catch you next time. Good night.
Alright, well, you can stop recording, but I want to stay on the phone with you. I want to watch you edit. I'm lonely. Talk to me.
I had someone in the car with me, and my hat, they found my hat, and they said, oh, here, and they watched the show. And I was like, what? I said, I can't put it on, I'm driving. And so they took it, and they put it on my head backwards, and as soon as they put it on my head backwards, I went, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode.
Every day.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that episode. That seemed pretty good. It seemed business. It seemed mature and business-like. Is it me, or do we feel like we had together there?
What?
We were calm, collected, professional.
I feel like we're getting ready to go do a hit.
Hit what? Or hit on someone? What are you talking about?
Don't try to play coy. You know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about killing someone? I haven't done that in days.
Oh, God.
Are we about to go gangster? I need a yes or no. We're about to go gangster. Yes or no?
Yes. God dang it. This pop screen filter's nice, but it's a pain in the ass sometimes. That look good?
Yep.
Everything looks par?
Yep.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another...